Hey there, Christina Rizakos here, founder of ProfitableDaycare.com. Excited to have you watch this free 3-part video series on how you can open and operate the childcare business of your dreams. Now, this is video number 1, and I am so happy that you found me. If you're watching this video, chances are you're either one of the two. You're either A, an aspiring childcare business owner who most probably is working in a childcare setting right now, but not 100% happy with their job. You might think that your way is better. You might want to break out and open your own center one day, but you might have some fears or reservations in doing so. Or B, you're a brand new childcare business owner or director, but you still need help setting up systems, policies, procedures in place so that your business can thrive. Whatever the case is, welcome to this video training. I am so excited to teach you the 3 phases that you will need to follow in order to open a thriving and profitable childcare business. The very first phase is called the prep phase, and I like to divide this in 3 steps. Number 1 is mindset work. Number 2, I like to call it the 4 L's, which stand for location, laws, legal, and layout. And lastly, your startup costs. So let's quickly go through the first point, mindset work. Mindset work and your childcare business. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with opening a childcare business? Or I already know I want to be a boss or a business owner, and that's all awesome, but I'd like to think of it like this: having a plan in place to cultivate a success mindset. So successful mindsets are those that are fixed for success. They are based upon positive mental attitudes, empowering inclinations, good habits, and great dispositions. Now, you might be thinking, how am I supposed to do that, or what is that exactly? Well, here are some more details on how you can start creating a mindset for success. Now, crafting a clear vision for your business, your mission, as well as deciding what type of service you'd like to open. Carving out CEO time to work on your skills, personal development, and get into the habit of seeing things with a success mindset. And lastly, creating new daily habits in order to achieve success. Next, it's all about the 4 L's: laws, location, legal, and the layout. So let me walk you through these steps very briefly. First is the law. Knowing the laws in your state, your province, your city, your county is so important. It's actually everything. You need to have a licensed childcare business, and in order to do so, you need to make sure that you are working within your legal rights as a childcare business owner. So that is your very first step. Next is location. Where is your business going to be situated? Have you decided on a home-based childcare business, or are you venturing off into something bigger? And the area. Are you buying a building? Are you renting a space? Have you done some market research to make sure that there is demand for childcare in the area? All things to consider. After that, we have legal, as in legal setup. You need to make sure that you register your business as a legal entity and register for taxes. We can't escape those. And lastly, it's the layout. Now, this is usually the funnest part because it's the most creative. You actually start to see your vision, your dream business taking shape. How many washrooms are you going to offer? Are you going to offer a lounge room, a kitchen area, maybe a gym room for the kids to run around in? Whatever your vision is, this is where you actually start seeing it on paper. And the last part of the prep phase is the investment, right? We need cash to actually start our dream business. So this is when most people start panicking, getting stressed out, having some panic attacks, because numbers and cash and budgets do this to most people. But I don't want you to stop here. I want you to keep on going and keep watching the video, because in a moment I'm going to show you some things that you need to keep in mind as startup costs, and then again as your operating expenses. One-time startup cost. One-time fees ensued to get your business off the ground. Now, these are some examples. So, purchase of a building, your lease, you'll need a website, renovations and construction, professional fees. So, if you're hiring a lawyer, a notary, a contractor, your legal setup, any special permits you need to have, the material, equipment, appliances, software and electronics, having a marketing plan, as well as hiring and training staff. Now let's look at operating expenses. These are things that you'll need to pay every single month in order to keep your doors open. So here are some examples, and again, depending on the type of center you're running, these are going to look a little bit different. So, lease or mortgage payment, your electrical bill, hot water bill, business taxes, payroll and taxes, groceries, educational material, your office supplies, any specialist fees. So if you offer yoga or Zumba classes for the children, professional fees, an accountant or a bookkeeper, marketing strategy, meaning your advertisement, your operating expenses for your website or any ads you might place, and the upkeep of your building and your space. So let's recap the prep phase. This is the very first phase you need to go through before you open a childcare business. There are 3 steps to the prep phase. Number 1, we talked about mindset work and getting your mind in the right place, carving out your CEO time, making sure you are working on yourself and your skills. The second thing we learned was getting your 4 L's in order. 4 L's again are the laws, location, legal setup, as well as your layout. And lastly, we talked about investment, your startup cost versus your operating expenses, and making sure that you know your numbers as a business owner. Thank you for watching video number 1, and stay tuned for video number 2, where we discuss all about policies and procedures. See you tomorrow.